Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to our next part of the session, Standard 10, Subject Social Science. Today we are going to do our next topic of chapter number 8, Natural Resources. Today we are going to cover the topic Planning and Conservation of Resources. Okay, so let's start our next topic, Planning and Conservation of Resources. Human needs are unlimited while the resources are limited. What does this line means? That our needs, yes, which we satisfy from the resources, natural resources, our needs are unlimited. It does not have any end. Yes, people's natural thing it is that people desire never ends. They always used to demand some or another thing in any way. Yes. So the resources which are in the nature to satisfy these needs are limited. Okay. So for this purpose planning has to be done, yes, to conserve the resources. Now if we see in the past 100 years, usage of resources has increased very much due to the extraordinary development in science and technology and due to population explosion. Very true it is that in last 100 years, yes, previously if we see our grandparents and the people in the 18th, 19th century also, if you will see, these people were living a very peaceful life. They were not in a hush and rush. They used to live with the nature also, yes. So the needs were very less. Why they used to live a peaceful life? Because their needs were very less. Nowadays people's requirements and needs are going unlimited. So in last 100 years we have invented many things, yes, which has made our human beings life easy, comfortable, smooth. Now to make these things extraordinary science technology is used, yes. Now to make these things, whether it is electric appliances or anything, it needs what? Resources, natural resources. So in last 100 years we have progressed in the industrial areas and all those. That is also one thing, that usage of resources has increased. And another thing which is the factor which is affecting the resource, natural resources, is the population explosion. Yes. Population explosion is also one of the problem challenge of India, and because because the birth rate is increasing, you can see that even a born child also needs many things. Yes, the born child will also need the medical treatment. The born child will also need all the things to existence. The parents will also have the desires also to make their child treat very well and in a special way, and they will buy all the things. So whenever this is just an example of a born child, that a born child also need many things. When so the population explosion means the number of people will increase and the number of their requirements and need will also increase. So to fulfill their needs and the requirements, resources are limited. Yes. So one more thing here is there, that everyone's right is there on natural resources. Yes, the people, we should not think that, oh, we have so much money so we can spend anything anywhere and we will waste the food also, we will buy the things which we don't need also sometimes. So these things are making even the natural resources effect. So conservation of resources and planning is very much necessary, so that the future generation also take the benefits of it and enjoy all these things in future. Very bad implications will have to be experienced in future if a serious thought is not given to this matter. It's very true. It's a fact that if we will not think on this part, yes, of preserving or conserving the resources, natural resources, then in the future there will be a time that our next to next generations, yes, they will not enjoy the things which we are enjoying right now. For example, right now, just for example, right now we are having so many things. Yes, so many species are there of animals who are going in endangered list. Some are in the extinct list also. So the things which we are enjoying, whether it's wildlife, animals, food, vegetation, plantations, or etc. anything, these things will not be enjoyed by our future generation also. It may happen that our future generation will not get the pure air, oxygen also to breathe. They will have to suffer for this also. So it's our moral duty that we have to keep the things and we have to use it in a very economically and judicious way, so that our future generation also enjoy all these things on the earth. And we have to remember one thing, that we are just as a guest on this earth. We are not the master of the earth. If we keep this one thing in our mind, then there will be the problem will be solved at some extent. So it is the duty of all of us to conserve resources for the future generations. Resources should be conserved and should be used rationally. Yes. So these are the some very routine things. Every day we go for these things. At that time we have to keep in our mind that we have to use these things in a very rational way. Even we have to not waste the water, we have to not waste the food and all these things, because in this world there are many children, many people who do not get one time meal also properly. Yes, they do not get the water like us, how we open the tap and we get the water. They do not get like that way. They have to go kilometers and kilometers far away to fetch the water. So these things which we are getting easily, we should not think that we will waste it. Okay. So as a children, you can also contribute in the this planning and conservation of resources by not wasting food, by not wasting water, by not wasting electricity. Like this way we can contribute in the conservation of resources. We can grow more trees. So there are many things as a good citizen of our country we can help out. The word conservation is directly related to the scarcity of resources. Now, when do we use this word conservation? Yes, we use it only when there is a scarcity. Scarcity means the things are in limits. Yes, and that limitations makes us to do planning and conservation of these resources. If the resources are exploited at the current rate, where they are exploited haphazardly and irrationally, then it will be a dream to maintain the development and current lifestyle. Students, we should understand one thing here, that the science and technology has progressed. We are enjoying all the gadgets, electric appliances, machineries. All these things have made an important space in the important place in the life of human being. But again we have to think that this is the sustainable development. Yes, sustainable development is a new concept which has been discussed at the world level, that we are using the things without compromising or without adjusting. Yes, we are not thinking about the future generation, that how will they survive. So if we use this thing irrationally, what will happen, that our current lifestyle or maintaining the development will become a dream only. It includes things like rational usage, conservation and reusage. Yes, so there are 3 R, you can say: reduce, reusage, recycle. So things which we can use it again, we should do it like that way. Yes, we should recycle it and we should use it again. Things which we can reduce. Yes, like we can reduce? We can reduce the water wastage, we can reduce the food wastage. All these things are in our hand only. So if we do the things like this way, rational usage and conservation and reusage, then we can go successfully. there is a danger of existence on the life of a tree or human life, the arrangement made for it is called its conservation. Clearly it is said that danger, yes, danger word you know, means that we are being threat or we have to think very deeply on this thing. So when the danger of existence is there, on whom? On the life of trees. Trees are our best friend. They gives us oxygen in free, so we have to take care of the forest and trees. Second is the existence on human life also. If we are also in danger, yes, then the arrangement which we have to make to survive our life and nature is called conservation. Now let's study understanding of planning and conservation of resources. So here are the few points where you can say that how you will contribute, how you will get the ideas, you will get the thoughts that how we can help out in conservation of our resources. And students, our country India is bestowed, yes, it's blessed by the natural resources in abundance, and we are very much blessed by our mother nature. So we should respect it and we should do the things in such a way that not only us but our future generation also enjoy our mother nature and the arrangement of the nature. First of all, gather about the availability of utilized, unutilized and probable resources of any region or a country as a unit. So now how we can do the planning? So very first what we have to do, you can see the map of the India here with the different states. Now which state is having which type of resources? Yes, then make a list. Now how many are utilized? Yes, availability of utilized, unutilized. Unutilized why? Because resource is there, but we are not having that extraordinary science technology that we can use that resource and make our needs satisfy. So they are called unutilized. So first of all we have to gather information about all the utilized, unutilized and probable resources. Probable means the potential resources, means that the resource is capable to use but we are not being able to use because of the lack of technology or any other region. So very first we have to gather the information of all the region of our country as in a unit. Yes, in the numbers, that number of resources are how much are utilized, how much are unutilized, how much resources are there which can be used but are not used because of the lack of technology or some other reason. The resources which are limited or non-renewable, they should be exploited scientifically and should be used only where it is necessary to use them. Again, yes students, renewable, non-renewable resources you know very well. Non-renewable resources means the resources which we will not get in the certain period of future time. Yes, it will take more time, means for example, if you take the coal or petrol or like that way, it will take millions and crores of years to again form. Means they are forming, but they are not. We are not getting it in a certain period of a time. So we are calling these resources non-renewable. Yes, and if they are limited and they are non-renewable, this type of resources should be used in a very rational way, and we should use it only when necessity arise. Otherwise, just for our fun and just for our entertainment, we should not waste these things. Attempt should be made to develop those resources, the quantity of which can be increased. The resources which are cheaper and are easily available. Yes, which are the resources which are easily available and are cheaper? Like we have water. Yes, we think that in our tap the water is coming 24 hours. It is available every part of the world or our country, but it's not true. If you see some states of our country, you will see that there are many states which are having water crisis. They do not get water they have to go kilometers and kilometers away to fetch the drinking water or like that way. So the resources which are cheaper and are easily available, these should not be wasted, but instead they should be used sparingly for future use. Now for example, suppose if you are thirsty, yes, you need to drink 1 glass or 2 glass. But suppose if you think that, oh, will not be able to drink third glass, and still you are filling the third glass and then you are wasting it, throwing it in a sink, then that is not good way. Yes, so take the things how much you need. Food also same thing. Take in your plate that much food only, how much you can eat. If you want second time, third time, of course mama will give you, yes, or you can also take it by your own self, but take the food, or if you are going in some restaurants or hotels to take your dinner or lunch, then order the food how much you can have it. Unnecessary, do not order the things and afterward you waste it, because money is your, but resources are universal. Everyone has the right on the food, everyone has the right to use the water. So we should use these things sparingly for future use also. We have to see that there are many our Indian peoples, our brothers, sisters, yes, those who are under poverty line, they do not get one meal time also. So we have to use these things, and from the childhood only if we will get these habits, yes, and it also comes in our culture also. So we should think about everyone and we should use the things in a judicious way. Come to the next, those resources which are in limited quantity should be conserved. Finding it alternative options through technical development is favorable in long term. Yes, we can see here that what we can do water harvesting also during rainy season. We can replace the resources which are in limited quantity. Yes, so replacement and options should be there, so that we can save the resources which are in limited quantity. Necessary laws should be formed for the conservation of resources and should be enforced strictly. Yes, it's very true that people should follow the laws, yes, related to conservation of resources. They should not go against it and do any illegal things which harms our nature. Yes, so the laws which are formed for the conservation of resources should be enforced strictly, and if any person is found, yes, not following the laws or rules of our country, then they should be punished and they should go for a penalty or any. So necessary laws should be formed for the conservation of resources and should be enforced strictly. Okay. Citizens should be well acquainted with all facts associated with the rational usage of resources, and a public awareness should be cultivated. Very true. We are the citizen of our country. We should know that what is going in our country. Yes. So sometimes people, because of the lack of this technical gadgets and all those, in many villages no electricity is also there, so how the people will watch the television or mobile, so like that way, and they will know about what is going in our country. Yes, so every citizen, yes, should be well acquainted. Acquainted here means they should know about all the facts which are associated with the rational usage of our resources. They should be given the information that which things are limited in our country and how we have to use. In short, public awareness. Okay, public awareness should be cultivated. How? For example, in your syllabus, if we are including all these things, yes, about our current countries, all the facts and limited, then you will come to know that, oh, these things are prevailing, we have to take care. Yes, so public awareness should be cultivated, workshops can be done, meetings can be done like this way. Then in the syllabus also things can be included and the students should be make aware, so because they are the future generation, yes, they are the future of our country. If they will be knowing that our country is passing through such crisis, then they will also take care of conservation of resources. Okay students, so we end up our session here. We have covered today topic planning and conservation of resources. Again, in a summarized way, I would like to say that the proper management to utilize rational and when planned use of natural resources is called conservation of resources. Yes? So it becomes our moral duty to conserve these resources so that the present generation and the future generation gets the benefit for a longer period uniformly and requirement of the future generations are satisfied. We will meet in our third part with the next topic, that is the soil formation, soil and types of soil. For today, do refer all the points once again, and a request to all my dear students, stay at home, stay safe and do your planning, studies in a proper way and go ahead. Thank you.